Hello, ladies and gentlemen. John O'Keefe here. Mr. O's Class of Excellence while out on COVID-19. I wanted to continue our education in regards to those kinds of things that one might do when they have a little bit of extra time on their hands. This is not something that should be taken lightly. This is something that has a little bit of responsibility to it, but also a lot of payoff. Behind me here, you see my absolute and gorgeous pile of compost. In fact, I could probably come up and do a little bit of this as well, kind of show you a little bit of what that looks like. Right there is the well steeped, broken up and composted part of the soil. There is a couple bags of mushroom mulch. There is a couple bags of topsoil. There are red worms. There is broken bits and pieces. And so today, I figured I would kind of show you a little bit of the kinds of things that I've been collecting in my home in excitement of sharing with you all the various kinds of things that might be able to go into a compost pile. It is very important, and this is my statement for you right now. If you are planning on creating a compost pile, have a plan. Figure out where it's going to be and make sure that your family agrees to it. Some people like to put cages around stuff. Some people like to put it into one of these kind of buckets that you get to use. Here in downtown Atlanta, I don't have to worry about too many vermin coming in and choosing to feast upon my business. Like, I don't have a whole lot of animals climbing over. I have an occasional possum. I have some groundhogs. I have birds. Those are the kinds of things that I see around my compost pile. So let's get to it. I'm going to share just a little bit of the few things that I've been having for dinner and kind of showing you what I don't put in my garbage can, but what I do put in my compost bin. Anything that is non-meat can go into your compost pile. I'm honest to goodness, I do put some cheese, but not very much. If it's an animal product, I usually keep it out, except for one of the most important things that happens a lot in ours, eggs. Lots of eggshells. That's really important to be able to put in there. Anytime you have coffee, the coffee grounds, ooh, worms love it. They need little bits and pieces and things that turn to slime and sludge in order for it to eat. The paper is used as kind of the brown material in a compost pile as well. The little bits of leftover lettuce that you didn't quite get to before it started getting icky, right into there. Your leftover pieces of celery root. You've got pieces of kale that we didn't eat. We've got bits of onion. We've got more eggs. We've got kale. We've got paper. We've got cabbage. We have the cuttings from the cilantro when we had that really cool stuff. We've got a little bit of an orange that we use the rind for, but not really the orange itself. That goes really good. More lettuce, more broken down stuff. Like when you clean out your fridge, you find some funky stuff down in some of them drawers. Put that in. It's pretty good. The other thing that we do is that we do, I've already told you about coffee grounds, and I wanted to kind of share with you in this time of COVID-19. One, this becomes our compost bucket for usually a day, and then we throw everything away. At least once a day, we put it into a compost pile so that we're not putting this in our kitchen, because you'll start getting flies. You want to keep them away from that stuff. So you got cold brew and you got stuff like that. We've got leftover unpopped popcorn from a popcorn thing that we did. Oh, I love that sound. That means there's a lot of it, and the worms just seem to kind of swarm. And then we had a little bit of leftover stuff because we cleaned out the refrigerator. And there you have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you are beginning to see is that many people will start covering this up, and they will begin to allow it to be broken down. I personally am leaving this untouched for approximately 6 weeks due to the fact that I flipped it about 2 weeks ago, and it takes about 8 weeks for a group of worms to multiply.